Welcome back to Vampire Survivors. In this video we are going through how you can take down the Reaper, who shows up in the game at the end of a 30-minute run, and by taking down the Reaper you are going to unlock Red Death as a playable character. But just quickly before we jump into this video is sponsored by Opera GX. Opera GX is the latest and greatest internet browser designed with gamers in mind. It's available for both desktop and mobile, and you can download the mobile browser by scanning the QR code on screen now. Opera GX has a panel called GX Control that lets you enhance the performance of your PC in the click of your fingers. Not only can you limit the CPU, but you can also limit the RAM that Opera GX is going to use. Another great thing with Opera GX is the network limiter that lets you throttle your internet speed so that if it's slow and you're looking for tips for a game or something, you can stop the browser using all your bandwidth and you can keep your game running smooth whilst you're watching videos. And if you take a look at the task manager here, you will see that Opera GX uses absolutely nowhere near as many resources as other browsers like Google Chrome. If customization is your thing, then Opera GX has it all from light and dark mode to different themes, wallpapers and colors, and it can all be done by clicking the three lines at the top right, and it's right there under easy setup. Now, one of my favorite features is GX Corner. Everything gaming is right there. And it's so easy, from game release dates on a ready-made calendar, sales on games, free-to-play games. It couldn't be any easier to find out the latest about gaming. But not only that, you have filters so you can look for specific platforms. It's so easy to use Opera GX. So head to the pinned comment, use the link in the top of the description, or use the QR code and download Opera GX today. Thank you to Opera for sponsoring the video. Let's get back to it. So the very first thing you are going to need to do is unlock the yellow sign. That's going to give you the ability to get some power-ups that you're going to need to take down the Reaper. If you need a guide to unlock the yellow sign, there is a video on the channel for it. And then comes character selection. This is very, very important. I tried this lots with Crotchy and it didn't work. The one that I found success with was Clarici, if that's how you say the name. There's a very good regen, there's extra max health, and there's a huge area bonus which is going to help. Plus you start with Santa Water, which is so strong on this character. I would highly recommend when you're doing this, you work to maxing out Santa Water and unlocking Labora as quick as you possibly can. So after you've obtained the yellow sign, you're playing as Clarici, you need the silver and gold ring. What I recommend to get your hands on those is just play normally, but use the randomazo, if that's how you call it, the arcanas. Use number 8, Mad Groove, because that's going to, every 2 minutes, is going to pull everything into your character. So it saves you having to roam around. There will be like guardians or whatever you want to call them, people protecting them, or enemies protecting them, but you can just run around with them and they eventually die over time. What you need to do to unlock number 8, Mad Groove, is survive for over 30 minutes in Mad Forest. So basically get to the end, and I think as soon as the timer triggers over 30 minutes, you will unlock that arcana. One tip for this is make sure you are picking up the crown every single time you can, pretty much, because it's an extra bonus on the XP gained, and you're going to need a lot of levels to pull this off. Next up, and this one I would say is actually mandatory, the Clock Lancet. Make sure you grab that weapon. That's what you need the gold and silver ring for. You need to level it up, as that is going to pretty much be the main reason you'll take down the Reaper. Next up, grab Laurel, as that's going to help protect against Red Death or the Reaper at the end of it. And another thing that really helped me out was Attract Orb, because it just meant that I didn't have to keep running around and grabbing the XP. It just all came to me, obviously within a certain range, but Attract Orb is really helpful for this as well. And then another thing I would go for is just making sure you've got some revivals. I'd say they're really, really important. As the Reaper is crazy tough, it doesn't take him long to take you down. So I actually started the game with the Arcana number 4, which is called Awake. It's obtained by reaching level 99 with Crotchy, and then eventually, as the game progressed, I was offered the extra randomazo, and that's how I got Mad Groove. So what you need to do is you need to grab the silver and gold ring, plus the Clock Lancet. You need to max them out, because once you've maxed them out and you get a treasure chest, you're going to be able to evolve the Clock Lancet into something called Infinite Corridor, and that is going to half enemies' HP every time it ticks. The Reaper has a lot, and I mean a lot, of HP. He gets stronger the higher your level. So it's really, really important that you get that clock lancet, you grab the silver and gold ring, you max them all out, you get infinite corridor. And it shouldn't be too hard at this point, like when you're at this stage of the game, to make it to 30 minutes each time with different characters as well. I've only got a few hours playtime. I'm not the best player in the world, and I can still manage to do it. So it shouldn't be too tough to do this. It's just going to require a little bit of patience and some luck on your end as well. So all you've got to do at this point is make it to the end, then just pretty much stand still. You're going to have the clock lancet dealing huge amounts of damage and keeping the Reaper still. Plus all your other weapons are going to be dealing damage, and the laurel is going to keep you alive a little bit longer. So as I said, just be patient with this. It took me multiple attempts as I tried with Crotchy, like quite a bit. I was unsuccessful every time. But eventually I switched over to Clarici, and it actually worked first time. But then as soon as you take Red Death down, a Silver Reaper is going to come in which can't actually be damaged, and that is when it's game over. But then upon returning to the main menu, you are going to have Red Death as a playable character. He's incredibly fast, and his starting weapon is insane. He actually starts with the Death Spiral, which is the evolved axe. So you're going to have a lot of fun when you get Red Death as an unlockable, like, playable character. And that is going to do it for this video of Vampire Survivors. Again, a massive thank you to Opera GX for sponsoring the video. Check out this video if you want to see other Vampire Survivors content on the channel. I will see you in the next one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for watching.